as time flies by, you'll open up your eyes wide. You feel it's gonna go your way. Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day.
Hello, my name is Marisa. I'm the lawyer for Marbella Now TV program. Today we're going to talk about something that lately soon going to be involved to kids. That is the case of separation of divorce. And in summertime, statistically, is the worst period for the couple because they spend so much more time together. So please do not involve the kids in your own conflict, because according to law, we have solutions for everything. We are a business, we are lawyers, but we are human, and we know very well that all the couples has a solution, a first solution. So even if you are married or unmarried couple, the kids has the same rights. If you are resident in Spain, according to law, you have to be divorced, separate, or regulate just personal situation according regarding the kids in the Spanish or in the Malaga court, family court. So just to have a different scenario, even if you have different nationalities, you have been get married in any other country, you have to be here in court to get divorced. So we can have the standard application of the law for the children. That means that they have right to have a visitation system for both of the couple. That means if the mother and the father both works, that means that they can choose the shared custody. That is now a trend for the court, because in the past the mother used to keep at home and take care of the children. But nowadays, the woman used to be a work woman, a business woman. That means that we have to share the time with the family and our own business or our own job. And it's the same for men. So we have to establish a visitation system that has to be as balanced and as fair as much as can, according to the timetables and to the shift of each one of the couple. And we have to establish the pension for maintenance the children, because both parents have the obligation, are committed to give the best that they can to the children, and that's mean economical situation to get them safe, to provide them with the school that they can, with the education that they can, as far as the economy of each one can. So this is a brief scenario of what happened with the children when the couple are split out. Another day we will talk and another kind of question that you can do in the website of our program, or just in www.justlaw.es. Thank you.
Hey, 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 hey.
Free taxi 4 times a month and 25% discount on your car insurance if you're the Zero Hero.
Yeah, I'm here in Marbella, but it says here I'm in La Canada.
If you haven't mastered the lingo, don't worry. Linear Director has a free GPS geolocator service that will come and find you.
Hey, 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 hey.
Hello everybody, welcome again to our little corner for AAA. This week I am with a wonderful doggy that is Zaza. Zaza is about 6 to 7 months old, and she is a cross of a French bulldog and something else which we do not know. She came in about 4 months ago with her brother, who has been adopted right away. But Zaza is still waiting for a loving home. She's a wonderful pup at the moment, of course, about 6-7 months old. She loves other dogs. She has a tremendous amount of energy, so at the moment, of course, like a teenager, she's discovering the world. So she's really looking for a loving home, somebody who can take her for walks, let her run and play with her. And she's waiting for you at AAA with many, many others. At the moment, again, we have about 400 dogs. We again have a lot of pups that come in and are looking for a home. It's very, very warm at the moment at AAA and very, very warm for all the doggies. But we're doing our best. Please watch your own dogs with this heat. Don't ever leave them in the car, because within several minutes there will be a heat wave in this car and the dogs will dehydrate within several minutes and can die. There's a lot of mention of that already. Also walking on the streets, on the tarmac, it can be hot for the poor animals' feet, so watch out for it that you don't walk them too much or too long on the hot streets. Other than that, I'd like to present that we have coming up the International Homeless Dog Day on the 18th of August, which will be coming up in about a month's time. I will tell you about it more. We will have the flyers and the posters available, but please reserve that day. It will be the International Homeless Pet Day. It's for all the pets that don't have a home, that have been abandoned, etc. It will be many countries participating that day, and I will give you some more info later. For now, I'll say goodbye. Remember, don't shop, adopt. Thank you. See you next week.
I'm always saying you never know who you're going to bump into in Marbella. Well, last weekend while I was at the paddle club in San Pedro, I bumped into the lovely Yasmin, and Yasmin was there from Vanessa Van Kamp's real estate, but she was there actually helping out this lovely gentleman named Pietro from a company called Domus Virilis. And what they do is, well, that means in Latin greenhouse.
Greenhouse, yes.
But you don't make greenhouses, you're making wooden houses.
Wooden houses with natural materials, so ethical and green.
And you're Italian, so one wouldn't jump to assume, more like Finland or Holland, but for an Italian to jump on board, what was your interest in this?
Interest because we've been in construction for years, and we turned from the traditional construction to these greenhouses, where we are using wooden structures for the boxes, let's call these boxes. And then we finish the houses with natural materials, so lime inside, clay. We can put essences in the lime, so you have a perfume in the house.
Oh, pretty cool.
Yes.
When one thinks of wooden houses, and one thinks of the Three Little Pigs, and you can huff and puff and blow it in, you can have it burned down. Obviously that isn't the case. It must be structurally sound, and obviously it's not a fire hazard. How can that be?
So it is very sound structurally, and it resists to fire better than the concrete, because concrete, with the heat, there is a decay in the steel, while the fact that the fibers of the wood are very pressed, there is no air inside, so it resists better to both fire and earthquakes.
From what I've been hearing since I was so interested in this, it just sounds like such the right way to go, is that by the way of placing the wood together gives it such a strength, more so than putting the concrete cement together with iron. It's heavy to move it around, it doesn't last as long, so it's really everything against what I would have believed.
Well, I know, it's as a matter of fact, the problem with our market is mentality. To overcome the mentality, especially in places like this. We came over here mainly to catch the Northern European market, right? The Northern European mentality. And but the first house we built here is for a Spanish lady. So her first reaction was, La Casa de Madera is La Casa del Campo. But then finally she got into it, and she is the first one to have this kind of house here in
Is it quicker to build?
It's quicker to build because the first panel of the house we installed on the 26th of October, and she's been living there already for a month, so it's very, very, very fast, including the swimming pool. so including external works. So
I believe that this is looking towards the future, that there are already some tower blocks made of wood in the world, and that there are plans to really develop this all around the world. You're looking on an independent basis like here, so if I
Exactly.
wanted to buy a plot of land and build a house, I could equally build a wooden house as opposed to going into all the other options.
yes, I mean, especially a few architects in UK are starting to think of using wood for skyscrapers. They are proving that it is more resistant structurally, more resistant to fire. So they're going that way. As I told you, it's mainly a mentality problem, not a technical problem. Okay. One more thing that we add to all this is that we can finish the house with 100% made in Italy materials, with very fancy, which we select around Italy with artisans that can personalize each tile for their clients.
So as you were saying, it's not like the country house and a little shack of wood.
No.
This is making a beautiful
Yes.
Marbella-worthy home, but with the right materials.
Absolutely, yes.
Again, just quickly, wooden house, cutting down trees. We're losing the rainforest. The idea of cutting down hundreds and thousands of trees to make tower buildings, apparently that isn't a problem because it would just be a replanting issue.
All these houses are built with wood which are replanted and are cultivated, can I say cultivated
Yes.
in English? Which are cultivated just for this use. I mean, we are not cutting down wood, so it's all seeded and grown for this market.
If someone's interested of finding out more, building a wooden home, are you going to be around in Spain? Do they have to contact you in Italy? How does one go about getting more information?
So we have a website, domosviritis.com. There are telephone numbers on the website. We have Yasmin here, as our rep from now on. I mean, this is a new.
She does good, huh? She's good at what she does.
Yes,
She knows everyone.
She opens up. Yeah, she knows everybody. She opens up a lot of doors. So I think that's the best choice. Now we will officialize this collaboration, and so all our numbers will be available with Domus Viritis. Yes.
Perfect. So next time we won't necessarily be chatting with you. We're talking about Yasmin. If you're interested in having a really nice greenhouse, ecological, good for
For your health.
for our health,
Yes.
and you can even have it to smell to your own taste.
Exactly,
I mean, I just
exactly,
love that.
yes.
I mean, well, it just
Yes.
sounds perfect. I'll have two.
Okay.
Three. Got kids, a rich kid, but it sounds like a lovely band. Can you do that little urbanization or?
You can do whatever you want. As I told you, technically, we design the houses, we get them produced, and we install them with our Italian crowd, and so technically there are no limits. No
Like the
limits.
sound of that. Molto prego.
Okay, grazie.
Bravo.
Thank you very much.